All aboard!
This is Pelon and Chubby, episode 56. We talk about the high price of male impetus drugs and everybody that's affected by it. Jay the Holy Roller almost gets into fisticuffs over social media. Don't be talking about Miss Trixie. Talk about the planning for June's birthday. The kid's gonna be 5. It's time to drink things up a bit. Mark the blind guy is missing in action. Is he trying to get some stinky pinky? All these things are important. Episode 56. This is Pelon and Chubby. Check us out.
Activate. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show with your hosts Rich Salas and Guy Murray, talking about comedy and everything that crosses their mind. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show. And we're live.
Hello and welcome to another episode of the Pelon and Chubby Show. I'm Rick Salas.
I'm Guy Murray.
I'm Jay the Holy Roller, not in jail tonight, Feverman.
And we are the Pelon and Chubby Show. Tonight, Mark is off getting stinky pinky, which is the only appropriate excuse for not making it. That is the get out of jail free card anytime you want. The Punani overrules the show. So good luck to you, Mark. Have some fun. Yell out our name when you're in there. Right when you're about to hit it. Pelon and Chubby. Yeah. All right. Anyway, that's a sick guy thing. But we are here Wednesday. What is today?
Wednesday.
I'll tell you what. Hey, when you go to the doctor and they ask you what is your pain level, and it's like 1 through 10.
Yeah.
Well, I think we should start what is your frustration level? Because I'm at like a 12. Like, the frustration level, what correlates with that is like, could you kill somebody right now? Absolutely.
Yeah. It's mandatory.
It's kind of like wow.
Well, I was definitely there last week.
God, that sound just went boom. Holy jeez. I guess I'm on the right one now. Yeah. If any of you fuckers complain about the sound today, you're fucking shitty. Don't listen to any shows. Ever, because it sounds great, man. Both ears just lit up. Holy shit! All right, so there should be something that kind of correlates along with the, how the frustration level, like smack an old lady. That's like 7, 8.
I was at about a 16 last week.
Yeah, choke out your kid. You're probably at like a 4 or 5. I'm there all the time.
Is that the choke out the kid or choke out the kid?
No, he still lives. Just a little shortness of breath experience.
Maybe have him just pass out.
Use the middle name when yelling at him.
Yeah,
we are so politically correct on this show, man. I can't.
Definitely everything PC here, baby.
Speaking of what's that upstairs? Speaking of the PC thing, I don't know. It's hard to not get into the news. There's so much.
Wow. It's kind of off the charts.
It's crazy. Real quick, what happened throughout my week? Nothing. Only thing we got coming up is Monday's June's 5th birthday. Uh-huh. So we're trying to figure out what to do. The only problem is we planned the birthday for the same day as my aunt's funeral. So that's going to look like...
Well, okay, so why wouldn't you? Of course do that.
None of those people...
Of course do that.
None of those people... Well, I mean, the birthday was already planned, and her dying was not so much planned. So so we're talking about, like, what, well, none of those people are going to come anyway, really, to his birthday. It's going to be all, like, his friends from school and stuff.
Right.
So, but can you imagine them going on, onto... like Facebook or whatever, and see that we're sitting here having a birthday party, having fun, while everybody else is at the funeral.
Everybody's at a wake.
It'd be like, wow, what an asshole, So I'm just trying to figure out, like, what do we do? So we're thinking Monday. It's a short day for the kids at school every Monday. So why don't we just make invitations to Chuck E. Cheese, you know?
Yeah.
And they got to pick them up early anyway, and then the kids can have pizza. The parents aren't going to have to worry about dinner, and he's cool with it.
Yeah. That's
So, but it's weird having a birthday on a Monday, but it's actually on his birthday. And then since we're not having it at home, because we usually spend like a bundle of money at home. So since we're going over there, I mean, we can really like go nuts. You know, have a no limit Chuck E. Cheese birthday party.
No limit.
You know,
No, wow.
Well,
Can't, well, I might be coming to the party then.
The sodas,
Hey.
the drinks.
hey,
are
bring the
bottomless.
kids, man. It's on. It'll be on Monday though. You're probably working, huh?
Yeah, there's no way I'm coming.
Drinks are bottomless pit for them, so that's not a big deal. Pizza's reasonably priced. That would be a good jam. Tokens that one runs you though. Tokens run you up a bit.
So we didn't have a mic last week,
Yeah, but
so I ran out and got a new one. This is a new one,
new mic.
but it came with this boom thing like this, an arm
Yeah.
to put it right there on the end. Well, get this, that arm does not support the weight of this mic. It just falls. How shitty is that?
That's
what-
kind of like my wife's arm.
Yeah, what kind of
It won't
development
support
as a company does this okay,
my
and,
mic.
and they're supposed to be like really good for podcasts and that kind of stuff. So what kind of research did they do when they made the thing where the arm that they sell with it in a bundle together, that comes in one box? It's not like I had to go out and kind of figure out which one would work, which one I should buy with it. No, it comes with it. It's their bundle, right? And it doesn't hold the weight of the microphone.
I got it to hold the vertical, and without it slipping.
Maybe they want
Just
it
need
only
to
like
work-
if
just
you've
work
got
it
it
in a little
attached.
bit.
I mean, you got to
on the
like
ceiling
crank
or
it
something.
hard,
You got to work it in there.
and it's plastic, so you're like, I don't want it to break. Like this one here, no issues.
Solid.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't have any locking positions every other corner. That
No,
one has different design and
Yeah.
different locking mechanism.
It kind of looks like when he gets toward the end of the second Terminator film and he gets melted down. It's like
Yeah.
the Terminator arm there, man.
This thing has two positions: straight up in the air or limp.
Right. Limp.
Kind of reminds me of my buddy,
There you go.
Which buddy?
my little buddy.
My little buddy. My little buddy. My little buddy.
Hey, he doesn't do the stand up so much anymore.
Oh man. Look like a little soldier on a sack
little
of bags.
Viagra. or
That's
whatever.
a sad state. So the doctor gives me. I go in there and I tell him, hey, the junk's not working like it used to. You know, he's a little lazy. It needs a little assistance. It needs a little pep. You know,
Pep talk.
a little,
Pick me up.
a little bump. You know.
Yeah.
A little-
So, which is a stupid joke because your shit doesn't work when you. Anyway,
Okay.
so he gives me the prescription for Viagra.
There you go.
So I go over. Actually, he gives me a prescription for Cialis first. So I go over to the pharmacy, put the prescription in, go to pick it up. Lady rings it up, $814.
for a little bump.
What? What?
No
800.
No wonder they offer you a
How many
sample.
pills do they give you?
Six pills.
What?
6 pills for $800.
Well, you better tell the wife. Well, I'm gonna have to go. I even the Holy Roller, I'd be like, I may have to. You're gonna have to invite some friends over, honey.
Right. So the
So we get our money's
the
worth.
lady the lady at the counter, the pharmacy tech, she says, go back to your doctor and ask him for Viagra because Viagra has a generic, and it should be a lot cheaper.
Oh, there's no generic for Cialis?
No generic for Cialis.
Wow.
So I call over there and say, hey, you got to change it over
Learn
and everything.
something.
So they change it, and so I go back and I say, hey, I need the generic. She said, oh yeah, I see the prescription there. They fill it. She rings it up. $412
For 6
for
pills.
6 pills.
Oh, no way.
Now, granted, it was almost half,
It's discount.
right? But if I wasn't cool with 700, you think I'm gonna? Oh fuck, 400? That's way cheaper. Here you go for 6
He's
pills.
like, I'm just gonna go get some magazines.
Yeah,
Let's go do it old school.
I came
Bust
home.
out the Sears catalog.
I came home and
National
hey, you know what
Geographic.
the sad thing is? Well, I mean, at least it's better. It's better for the wife. You know, it doesn't work for nobody. for no magazine, no movies, no nothing.
Wow.
Which is
File back
nice,
to the
actually. It's nice because it's like not even in my mind anymore. I was like,
Wow.
I don't care.
Oh.
So,
What about your Dodgers in the playoffs? If the Dodgers win the World Series, think that'll work? Will that get get the rooting cranking up?
dude, I even went to my like favorite of all favorites movies and no dice.
Was it Bill Murray Meatballs?
So,
Spaceballs.
so they say sometimes stress and stuff.
Ace Ventura when nature
So
calls.
you know what might work if I win the lottery and I have no more stress?
No stress.
I'll probably be hard as a rock. It's like, bang. So I don't know. You know what? I thought that it was.
So you said no to the 400.
Oh, fuck
Of
yeah.
course.
I
That's
came
ridiculous.
home and I told wife, I said, listen,
Is
as much as I love, good wood, $400, I'm sorry.
We'll just deal with what we got.
Whoa. Go Red Sox. Go Red Sox. Go. So is it low T? What is the reason? Why?
I don't know. I hadn't gone and figured it out or tested it. I was like, you know what? It's important, but it's...
Well, you are truly a testament to fine health. I'm just like, why? I mean, you probably got.
They say the diabetes can affect it, but I don't know. So, but I thought when this day came, like I had nightmares of this day coming, like in my sleep, dreaming, like slapping, and like
So wake up!
So you got like 5, 6,
Slapping
hotties, anyway. And so I had nightmares of this happening, right? Which are supposed to be pleasant dreams, but they were just nightmares. So I'm like, so I wake up in a cold sweat. I'm like, fuck, does it still work? Oh, fuck yeah, good, it works. So, yeah, it was a bad dream. So I thought if that day happened, I would be like super sour.
Angry.
I'm good.
Cool.
You're
cool.
I'm at peace with it.
You're at peace with it.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like, it's not like, it's like giving up meat. You don't have to buy, meat at the grocery store anymore. It's kind of nice.
What are you giving up for Lent? I'm not Christian. I'm not giving Lent. No, I'm not giving nothing up.
I could say,
like that. That's the.
I'm giving up jerking off for Lent.
Yeah. Speaking of that, like with when freaking these people who are non-Catholics or whatever, non-Jewish, whatever, I'm giving up this. I'm giving up. I ain't freaking. I ain't giving up nothing, man. I'll be just like, I'm gonna enjoy this cheeseburger and these pork rinds. I'm gonna tear it up.
I'm gonna give up Lent, the Lent in my pocket for not having any money. How about I'm gonna give up on porness?
Yeah. Why would you? If you're not the religion too, why would you? Or you don't practice the religion
Everything and then
all the
decide-
time, and then decide, okay, well, it is Lent. I mean, come on. It's like what? I don't eat meat. I don't eat fish. What?
Somebody give us a little input on the sound this week, since last week was so lame. Actually, I listened to it on the computer. It wasn't really that bad.
Well, last week was a good show too. It was
a really good show.
It was
we
a
jumped
good.
right into it. We had activists.
Yeah, the sound wasn't as good, but it wasn't like terrible either.
Yeah.
And what went speaking of last week, what went through my head about last week, all week, every day, maybe 2-3 times a day, Jay saying like, "Oh my God, I'm shocked you actually did an interview." Like, professional.
Yeah, that was really good.
Like, I'm not capable of doing an interview. Like, I can sound like those assholes on TV.
Yeah, I
can do
know.
it easy.
But
I can even eliminate the asshole and all the foul language. I can actually do it.
Well, you
interview.
did. I was wow, man, good for you.
I can do this clean.
Yeah.
I choose not to.
I can see that.
And you know what? It's just to show irreverence to Bob Hope.
Thanks, Bob.
That is.
You're just pissed at Bob.
I am so pissed at that dead motherfucker that I am going to swear
Bob
every
is
opportunity.
classic.
Every opportunity I have, I'm going to swear just to piss him off, make him roll over in his grave. Fuck Bob Hope if you're listening. Yeah,
Okay.
My wife and loves Well, she likes Bing Crosby. She likes a lot of old school stuff that she wouldn't normally would like, but her parents got her into it. And now my son loves those old time movies.
I like
especially like watching like Fred Astaire dancing and stuff, and Bing Crosby, and he likes those old songs and how they sing. So he asked me to sing songs like Bing Crosby, you know. I'm dreaming of a white Christmas, you know. But he loves that stuff.
Right, but is there any request ever for old Bob Hope stand up? Fucking no, no. Nobody watches that.
He has one. There is one. I can't remember which movie it is, but it has Bob Hope in it. But the one he really likes. It's Danny Kaye and Bing Crosby and stuff.
The movies are cool.
Which reminds me of the classic Christmas story joke.
Right. What's up,
It'll
Marcy,
be the most happy Christmas.
Marcy is
hello, Marcy,
a friend from up in Tracy. There's a few people. Thanks to everybody for tuning in. Amy Medina up in Tracy. What's up? Boston Jones.
That's a cool name. Boston
Nathaniel
Jones
Perry's
cool
watching
name.
from Colorado.
Yeah.
Hey,
what's up?
Old high school.
It's probably
football.
cold in Colorado
Larry
right now.
Dunn from Tracy. What's up, dog? I haven't seen you in a while, fucker.
Hola.
Marcy actually was around when June was born and took care of him.
Nice.
Yeah, they were homies for sure. He's got. I saw a picture today of Marcy photo bombing.
Cool. That's sweet.
Or June photo bombing Marcy's selfie. So that's pretty funny. But no, we appreciate you guys tuning in. We're just getting started. It's the Pelon and Chubby Show every Wednesday, 6:30. Thanks for joining us. We are lacking one blind dude, but we are all here. Jay the Holy Roller, Chubby, me, Pelon, and we're just talking about our weeks, what's going on. We have Ricky Jr., June turning 5. I was just talking about that.
That's a good age.
So, yeah. And then Jay was talking about not ending up in jail.
Yeah.
He was giving death threats to somebody talking shit to his old lady online. So that worked out all right. I don't know if we want to rekindle the anger.
Oh, we can talk about it briefly.
Yeah, so let's go for it.
Well, what really happened, my wife was speaking to a friend on Facebook, and the friend's like, hey, could you say a prayer for me? And my wife, she's 10 times the holy roller that I am. She's on a whole nother level. And she goes, okay, so we'll say a prayer for you. And then a mutual friend of the woman she was saying we'll say a prayer for you about a situation, jumps on, and he's like,
there's a song for that.
Jesus is not real or anything, and he's just like, you might as well just pray to Frodo from Lord of the Rings and all that stuff. So my wife goes, well, okay, well, actually he is and stuff, but you know what? I'll just say a prayer for you too. And he goes, oh, okay, thank you, but. And then he goes on saying, he goes say a prayer.
Say a prayer
yeah.
for you.
Yeah, but then he kind of playfully, but he started mocking her a little bit. And she goes, well, whatever. I'm just, And then he mocked her some more. And that's when I saw the last way he did it. And that's where he crossed the line. And it wasn't like really bad, I guess, for me, the reaction I had. But, because, when I left here, to say I was pissed would be an understatement. I was livid. I was like, I was going to destroy it.
It wasn't very Jesus-like.
It wasn't at all. I was, I lost my voice. I was that pissed. So I get home, I grab her phone, so I talk to the guy. I was real brief, but I said, I'm going to try to be as cordial as I can here, but you're no longer talking to my wife. You're talking to the husband, and you've crossed the line. You don't text her, you don't talk to her or anything, or we're going to meet. I go, there's no joke. We're done. So that's it. I said, you cannot reply to this or reply to it, but just make sure it's very respectful if you do.
Are you trying to police you were trying to police the thread and the prayer request? Police
the thread?
Yeah.
Only after the threat.
No, he just said... He crossed the line, and it's my wife, and I don't mess around with that. I said, hey pal, basically I let him know he's going to meet me in person. He can come to me or whatever. I said,
and then you're going to meet Jesus.
No, I'm just going to F him up. That was it. I looked at his profile. He's actually kind of a semi-famous musician.
So before you made
before
you made the threats,
it wasn't a threat.
No,
I just let him know.
Before you defended the wife, you checked out how big he was.
Oh no, I wouldn't. The truth is, as pissed as I was, he could have been a freaking Green Beret. I'll just come at him with bigger than he's got. When I go local like that it only happens every once in a while.
Every once in a while.
I was just gonna. That was it. I didn't care. I was like, I don't care if I go to jail right now.
Were you gonna baptize him but not let him up?
I was gonna F him up, man.
Keep him under the water.
I threw a guy through a wall before, okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but that was a long time ago.
Means business.
That's when you could do that at work.
All right, so if you're out there, you're listening.
That was a long time
You
ago.
will not text Trixie. You will not message Trixie.
No,
you will not look at Trixie.
Just be respectful.
Don't troll her.
Yeah, because I get a little crazy. Anyways, so he goes, hey, yo, I'm sorry. My bad. I'm out of here. And that was it. And so then we're cool because that was it. And he was out, and he realized he crossed the line, and that was it. So I calmed down.
Who's Boston talking about? The person that Jay's talking about?
Yeah, thoughts and bears.
No, we don't know this fucker.
Thoughts and bears.
I don't know what that means, but.
What's up, B?
But yeah, Red Sox are okay.
B Stone watching. What's up?
Yeah, man. I like the Red Sox.
Red Sox suck. Fuck the Red Sox.
Uh-oh, here we go.
Mm-hmm.
The whole East Coast is shit.
It'd be cool to see the Dodgers do it again, though, just because. I don't even care. I used to love the Dodgers when I was a kid. Dodgers and A's.
California is the only state that matters.
California love.
The rest of them can suck ass.
I friggin' can't stand California most of the time.
Unless you listen to our show, then you're exempt.
Exactly.
Wherever you're
or
at.
if you're hitting
Even
a
though
good mic.
where you're at still sucks, but
If you're hitting a good mic.
yeah. Yeah, you know.
And just to finish up with weeks, my wife had a birthday.
Oh, happy birthday, Trix.
So she, we had a nice birthday celebration yesterday.
Cool.
And I got to go to the gun range before I came here. That's why I'm a little late. I haven't been to the range in a while over at Ironsides. And it was glorious and a blast. Everybody knows I'm a gunny and I love shooting, and I hadn't done it in a while, so it was good times, man. I obliterated that friggin' target.
Feverman goes to the shooting range.
Yep.
People are strange when he's at the range.
There was a woman beside me.
the
Range. There was a woman beside me. She was going. She was
They
going
let him shoot
off,
guns now?
man. I know. It's just they let them drive, if you can believe that.
Wait a minute. I think
They let women drive. They let them vote too.
There were votes coming on.
But apparently they didn't have enough votes because of Kavanaugh got on. I went there.
What are we going to do?
No, we got to wait for the news on that.
Okay, we'll come back
Hey,
to that.
Marcy, I'm going to let you go ahead and keep watching, but no more Giants shit. It's the L.A. Dodgers.
Are the Giants even in the playoffs?
No, they're not, but she's hoping
doing-
maybe in the next 10 years they might be again.
Well, they used to be good for a while, but that was a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, no, he's not going after that guy.
It was like my
Not
Raiders.
at least with the gun. That's why he went out to get that idea out of his head by going and checking that out, or going and shooting it all off.
What was she talking
He
about?
shot his wad at the
Who, me?
At the shooting range.
Yeah.
She said, "Were you practicing to go shoot the guy?"
Oh no, I wouldn't. No, I would never do that. I would just pound his head a little bit. I just beat him, That's all. But it was cool.
It was cool.
After that, when I threw the guy through the wall, I picked him up. I drug him outside. I was going to finish him off, and he said, "Oh no more." And I said, "Okay." I said, "Now next time, don't put your hands on me." Right. And then after that, we were cool. That was forever ago. I was just a kid then, man. After that, he bought CDs and stuff.
Now let me ask you this: Was the hands on you, like both of them on your shoulders, and you're standing behind?
No. Actually, all he did was this, but it set me off. He went like this. He kept telling me for weeks, "Hey, güero, I'm going to kill you." He's telling me in Spanish.
Oh, of course he's Mexican.
Yeah, and he goes like this.
Fucking racist bastard.
And then he went like this, and he poked me on my glasses. He just goes.
I bet if he was white, you wouldn't have done shit.
And I would have annihilated him too. He went like that, poked me on my glasses.
Finish him.
I mean, he might as well have spit in my face.
Right.
So I just grabbed him. He didn't technically go through the wall.
Right.
But his back was hurt, and all the plates crashed on his head, and then that's when everybody came and grabbed me and stuff. And I shook him off. I'm dragging him out the door, and then the boss grabs me and goes, "What's going on?" I go, "Well, he touched. He went like that." And he goes, and he looked at me and goes, "You went like that? You don't do that here in America."
In America.
Hey, so that reminds me of
Because he was a recent. He'd only been here like
Oh,
a couple months.
We're in high school still. We're having a little party at the house. The parents go out of town.
Yeah.
And we're drinking. And we're only like, 16, 17, 18, whatever. And so we're at the house. We used to live over there on Thibodeau, right down the street. Anyway, we're having a party. Everybody's over there hanging out. I think Dave Roberts might even have been there, too. Dodgers
Nice.
manager.
I don't know who Dave Roberts
He's the
is.
manager of the Dodgers.
Manager of the Dodgers.
Oh, he was there?
Yeah, I
For
think
real?
so.
Or are you just
No,
making
he
this
was
up?
in my brother's high school class.
Oh, okay.
So me and my brother get into a little bit for whatever reason. We're drunk and stupid. So we start
brother
we start
stories.
battling a little bit, whatever. And I pick him up over my shoulder and slam him against a wall. And I must have hit right between the studs, but he went straight through the drywall and was sitting in the wall.
That's great.
So we're like, oh, shit, how are we going to fix that before Mom and Dad get home?
You don't.
So we took a picture on the wall that was in another spot and put it over the hole. Eventually they saw it, but yeah, by that time it was a long time.
So it was at your guys' place.
That was at our house, yeah.
Don't
Yeah.
do it.
But my parents were out of town.
Did your dad teach you how to drywall after that?
No, fuck
How to
no.
put it back together?
I don't even know if he even knows the whole story. But,
How'd that get there?
but yeah, that was kind of fun.
Well, if you had, how many brothers did you have? Just the one?
I
or-
have 4 brothers.
Oh well, shoot!
No,
you
3
got-
brothers.
Your
3
place
brothers.
had to be demolished because I had one brother. We're born the same day, a year apart, and I have stories of we almost killed each other so many times. It's lucky we're both still.
Well, let me
alive.
put it like this. My mom was 15 and a half, 16 when she had me.
Mm-hmm.
A year later, had my brother. A year after that, I had my other brother. So
Oh,
3 boys,
yeah.
all under 3 and under, basically.
Oh.
3 and a
By the
half
time
and
she's
under.
3 little demons.
And she's only, she's still not even 20.
Yeah. Gosh.
Yeah.
God
You,
bless her.
She's working overtime, man.
you want to talk about just tearing up the house? Wow,
Oh, wow.
terror.
Is it?
Yeah,
Sound
so
like
yeah,
the
it
wolves
was
are
it was
howling.
brutal. So when you think of it like that, we were so bad, man. We used to make her cry and shit. Oh my god.
No threats of wait till your dad gets
Oh,
home.
oh, heck yeah. We would, she would just say, "You're heathens, you're little demons.
Yeah. Ooh, it was so bad.
Put
We like-
the bat down."
yeah, I still feel bad about it. But hey, what's up, Brett Austin? Watching Ada Lee, my sister-in-law.
Hola.
Very nice. She's up in Oakland, CA. And Marcy says FTD, hee hee hee, which I think she's trying to say fuck the Dodgers, which I say
That's a nice way to go about
the
it.
only FTD I know of is flowers, which you can send me flowers when they win through FTD if you like. I'd appreciate that.
Mm-hmm.
Dodgers going to win the World Series. Fuck Houston. They don't have a hurricane this year, do they? To play for? You remember when I said that last time?
Yes.
God, please give us some kind of disaster of some sort so we have something to play for. Fuck,
great.
like, oh, it's so great that the Astros won the World Series because all that they went through. What does a fucking hurricane, natural disaster, have anything to do with baseball? Why should we feel sorry for them? I mean, it's too bad that they went
Hey.
through that shit, but to give them a World Series, to be
Houston
happy that
outplayed
they
them.
won,
Houston
fuck
outplayed
that.
them, man. It was good, but Houston outplayed them.
What
They
was-
did. They beat them.
No, they ended up saying that Houston outmanaged them.
Okay, well, either way. That's either way.
You notice how this year pitchers are, or I don't know if you watch the Dodgers, but the pitchers are going way deeper in the game. It's not
They're
sixth
getting them ready
inning,
for postseason.
6th inning anymore. No, but last year, the whole season, the guy
3 innings.
they would pitch like 4 or 5 innings and yank them. Now they're going deeper, and so then they're using the
Relievers
but
later.
but the bullpen isn't as good as they were last year because I
Well,
think
the
people
Yankee-
figured them out.
Well, the Yankees didn't have
Yeah.
very good pitching 2 days
Yeah.
ago when they got,
Yeah, Yankees
what was
are
it,
gone.
16 to
Sit down. Next time, maybe take your bazillion-dollar
payroll.
and suck some lemons. Huh? Boston's going. How you like them apples?
How do you like them apples? Well, I got it.
I like my apples to taste like peaches.
Peaches are always nice. Lisa Medina, what's up? So, yeah, Guy, your week?
I had a great week. Wrapping up some projects. Actually got another bid for Quinceanera and actually another video bid for soccer.
It's your quinceanera?
It's my quince. I'm gonna retire as the Quinceanera king because
You do the videos, right?
event videography, event photography. I'm being
DJ.
able to put a DJ. I've got 3 Halloween parties already lined up. So getting these little bids and jobs during that's Christmas money. That's what that is. That's Christmas money.
It's Christmas. It's Christmas.
Fuck Christmas. I'm not buying shit for nobody.
I just have the money. I don't buy anything with it. It's just nice to have some extra money during the holidays. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
I hate Christmas.
It's purposeful for certain reasons, but and then today at work we had a lunch and learn with one of my favorite Hay House authors. I spoke with Mike Robbins, and he was laying it down. He was laying some knowledge today, and so I was just able to chill out, eat some lunch, and
Is that Tony Robbins' brother?
No. Mike Robbins was he went from age 7 to 16. Got drafted to the minors. No, he got drafted to the majors, but he had to go through the camp up through the minors.
Right.
And he was going out for the Dodgers. And then he hurt himself in the minors and ended his career. Wrote a couple books about it. Became a great motivational speaker. Got a couple books. He's kind of on the same Robbins train, but he's a 100% ace, genuine dude, and he's given me a lot of pointers on my speaking and speaking engagement, being a professional speaker and sharing, and gave me some pointers about the podcast, and so quite influential, and so I got to chill with him today. I got a big old cheesy look on my face with him after he signed my book. When I get the authors come through, I usually do the fanboy experience and do the selfie and the pictures or get pictures taken. I had a ridiculous grin on my face today, so I'm not even sharing that picture. But he signed both books, his first book and the book of this.
What's his name again? Mark?
Mike Robbins.
Myra? You're like,
So,
hi, Mikey.
Sign
my
bookie.
Sign my bookie.
Starstruck.
You're like, sign my bookie, Mikey.
You know what it really gets weird is like
bookie.
when they're like, "Oh, it's so cool to meet you," and you had just such a great show, and then you notice they're like, "Oh fuck, he's rubbing my leg." That's kind of weird.
I was starting to develop a slight arch in my back.
Getting a little, got a little man crush going on.
I was starting to arch my back a little bit.
You don't even realize that you're fucking massaging his thigh.
Getting a little frisky.
Hey now.
Now. Hey, I'm hands on. I'm seriously.
No, I believe it.
He's like, I just can't help myself. You're so talented.
The women authors, they don't pick up on it because you got such soft hands. Yeah. Circular motion, baby. Circular motion. But easy now. Yeah.
Hercules.
And that's my week in the wrap.
Hercules.
Oh, actually, I got to draw the card. What's it? Oh, it's engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment.
Is that a tarot card?
It's an angel card. It's an affirmation oracle card.
I'm going to have to leave that outside.
Why, you going to burst into flames just so it's present?
I like all that shit.
We're both looking at you.
What the fuck?
I'm very...
what the heck is going on?
What happened?
Pause for station identification. I think someone had logged in on another computer or something because it just said you got logged out, dude.
How did I get logged out?
Someone logged in on another device.
Reload site. Changes you made.
Just log
Yeah,
in.
that's fine. See if it'll reload.
It's not going to stay in that. Nope. Got to do another live. But it's okay.
Hit the live.
So wait for just live video, right?
Yeah. What the hell's going on, man?
It logged it straight out.
And then is it tagging anything? Or no, hit the microphone.
Yeah, you got to make sure it's on the...
Well, yeah, there.
No, you got to drop that down to Jetty.
Yeah, hit the... No, down, right there, yeah. No, and then go down to the last
Stereo one.
The bottom one. There, right there. Then you can go live. That's fine. People have to just go back and find it. Whoa.
And we're back. Sorry about that. So that summed up my week after doing the Man Crush and talking to Mike Robbins today. And I got to draw the board for our customer experience. What we do is we identify what our customers are by their classification, and then what do they bring to the table so we know what
Classification? That doesn't sound
You know
very
what?
politically correct in
No,
today's day and age.
No, we have several different classifications for our customers. We have different type of customers, and so if we don't
Smart
identify
ones,
our
not
customers,
so smart ones.
yeah, exactly, just like that. The ones that just drink water, So we have to identify our customers and how to service them.
Here's how well I know Guy. I don't even actually know what he does. I have an idea, but I'm not exactly sure what he does.
I do everything for you. I work for customer care. I'm the
So you're a pimp.
I'm a solution. I'm a problem solver.
You're a pimp.
Today I had a caller who's was very distraught. At first, when she answered the phone, she actually said that she wanted to speak to a female, and I thought she was going to get into like the vaginal products or something that she would feel ashamed to talk about. But she was actually going through some stuff with breast cancer. Possible. Well, yeah, it was malignant, and they wanted to go do surgery, and she's fighting it.
Well, good for her.
Yeah, and so she wants to look for some alternatives, and that's what we do. We do healing and
how,
thought process. So
how I know that classification thing is bullshit.
How do you know it's bullshit?
Because I'm sure there's not asshole. Was a dick. Lady was a bitch. None of that's on there.
If you put it on paper, if you try to see
difficult, maybe.
If you can identify who your customers are and you know what their needs are, you have a better ability to be able to service them because you know what they're looking for. So if you don't do any type of classifications and you just start shotgunning, how do I cater to this person? You're going to definitely see.
What's important to know where.
Yeah, so if you don't classify your customers and you don't know what it is, and we were getting ourselves trapped into what we always deal with on a regular basis, but there's more to it. There's the other end of the spectrum, which is our customers who are not. Well, you might want to pay attention to this part. Because you've got people that listen or engage in the Facebook Live,
right?
But the other people that are just more involved with listening to what we've got going on, they want to hear more about what we're going through. And you don't know
Are
that.
you sure?
You don't know that because you just got people that you're interfacing with on Facebook. But those guys in Sweden that are still listening to our podcast,
right?
Yeah, Sweden. What's going on?
They're not looking at the Facebook, but they're listening to us because they know what's going on, and they get the spin, they get our spin, and they get our access. So when we identify who our customers are, we try to look.
So like Facebook and Amazon, what they're doing, they identify and stuff. And it's those sons of guns that got Trump elected.
Well,
thank you.
Part of the problem with Facebook thing is, like we always say, this is just a behind the scenes thing, and sometimes it drops like it did a minute ago, and you have to tune back in, and so that part sucks. So that's not what we're trying to do here, but the podcast is the big deal. But we have this ongoing battle of we need topics, we need some kind of format, we need this, we need. I think the best parts of the show
we
talk about everything. We definitely need the equipment upgrade, but other than that, I mean, we talk about everything. We talk about what's going on currently. We don't have per se a format that we follow other than we figure out what's going on in each other's lives. We do the comedy preview. We do current events. So I don't know what they're talking about structure. Maybe a little more.
I think it's
going
getting
off
better.
On topics.
I'm having a lot more fun.
I haven't gone off on anything in a while.
Well,
I completely lost my shit.
There are levels there, but sometimes when you completely lose it, then it's almost like Rick's gone off the rails, and we're trying rails on a Ricky crazy train.
Hey, but how many people? Let's get a little vote online here. Post if part of the show that you really enjoy is me losing my shit and going off on a topic.
But it needs to be real. You see, but it always. It usually is. Seems pretty freaking real.
Oh, it's fucking from the heart, from my nuts, underneath my nuts.
I'm just like, why is he losing his mind?
Yeah, because shit, I feel,
But the best is when you lose it and then completely double back and reverse.
Well, it's
what,
not.
and then you lose it about another like you have two completely different personalities. There's two Ricks. Rick losing it, and then Rick talks. Then the losing it Rick starts to realize something else set him off.
Well,
that is the opposite of what set him off.
No,
and so he loses it on that.
Well, here's what I try and
that happens a lot.
I lose it, and I feel I feel like I need to just explain that I'm not just losing it because I'm an asshole. I'm losing it because that's how I feel about that, right? So, like, I may have this how I feel, but I do still kind of care for the people a little bit, you know.
A little bit,
right? So
a smidge.
So it's not doubling back. It's more like I feel like I need to explain a little bit why. But believe me, that's how I feel. If I'm that passionate about it, that's how I feel. You know?
So how much he feels. He feels for your attention. That's how much he feels.
Is this an original? Because I don't recognize this song.
Amanda, Cynthia Hernandez. Marcy's back on. Uncle Rudy's checking it out.
We listen to different stuff, man. I was trying to. No, it's okay.
I can't believe how it's going on.
Whoa.
So let's go.
It's Silas. You know, he's gonna go loco, loco. It's Silas. You know, you better believe he's loco. Pelon.
I'm being serenaded. This is nice.
It's Silas.
It's almost like, you know what, you guys are a step. The music's good.
Music's great.
Yeah. So, but I watched that movie.
Boogie Nights?
No, The Greatest. Oh, I love that movie.
Greatest
Showman thing?
Yeah, so we have a song.
When they started singing, did that just wig you out? I was like,
I'm watching the movie, and then they started singing, and I'm like,
it was okay.
This is a musical?
You didn't know that.
Oh, my God. Please.
Come on, Wolverine. Go Wolverine on him right now.
So I started, like, inventing shit every time.
Logan.
Like a song, like they'd break out into a song. I told her, I gotta go take a shit.
I gotta go.
Oh, God.
You must have been on the can for about 75% of that movie.
I gotta take a piss. I'm gonna make a drink real quick.
It was pretty
Anything
solid.
to get out of the fuck that.
It was all right.
You take a guy that looks like, you know, like Zac Efron. Okay, he's doing his thing. You know, you know, sweet talking the chick, and all of a sudden he turns into super fag and starts singing. I mean, come on.
Oh, man.
I mean, it was like very disappointing.
So you didn't like the movie?
Fuck no, I hate musicals, man.
Oh, so La La Land was not your shit?
Oh, La La Land's horrible.
La La Land wasn't your shit?
It is horrible. That's like one of the worst.
That's my... No, it's not.
No, that thing's horrible. There's only a few good musicals. The greatest musical of all time, easy, Grease. Part one, not
Even
part two.
that-
Don't even.
No.
Grease is that's one of the greatest movies. I put that movie in top 10 all time.
Yeah, if you're a drama Twinkie
That's it.
and shit.
Yeah.
Musical, best top 10 musical?
Yeah, Grease. Don't say
All
Sound
right, give
of
the
Music.
black version of
Sound
it.
of Music is cool, but
No.
and then Rocky Horror Picture Show.
No.
He's saying Grease. It's got to go ahead.
Let's hear what you got to say. Let's hear what you think.
There's not enough black actors in Grease. Come on.
Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Best musical.
All right.
Best presentation. Best movie. Best
It's okay.
lines. Best
That's
memorable
surprising.
songs.
That's surprising.
Best Little Whorehouse in Texas. Best musical.
I'll have to watch it again, man. I'll have to watch.
22 miles until we get to the
It's got Burt Reynolds and Dolly
Ranch,
Parton. I'll have to watch it again.
where history and the Aggie boys get laid.
Oh wait, you know it's kind of a musical, which is one of the greatest. It's more people don't think of it as a musical, but there is some good music in it. Blazing Saddles. I watched that on Netflix.
No.
I haven't seen that.
No.
Blazing.
Nope.
You don't even like Blazing
No, I
Saddles?
like Blazing Saddles, but you can't put it in a musical
okay.
genre because two songs total,
fuck
two
that.
songs movie.
If
No,
those
there's
are
more
the
than that.
greatest musicals of all time, I hate musicals
There was
still.
more. There was more songs in Spaceballs than there was in Blazing Saddles.
Yeah, but Blazing Saddles is better.
You guys are
than
going to make me
Spaceballs.
throw up.
But Blazing Saddles is one of the great comedies of all time.
The Unsinkable Molly Brown.
I don't even know it.
You don't know musicals.
Let's not even have a talk.
I'm not a
about it.
musical. I didn't watch Chicago. I
Chicago
didn't.
ran. Okay.
I didn't even do it. For me.
Masquerade.
Pass.
No, I watched
Burlesque.
Pass.
I saw Burlesque. I think. Yeah, Burlesque. It was-
A Star is Born.
looks nice.
Oh, going to see it tomorrow.
You gonna go see the
Go
redo?
see it tomorrow.
Go see the redo of Star is Born.
Have you
My
seen?
my
anybody
mom
seen
went
it?
inside and
He's
she
going to see it
said
tomorrow.
she loves it. She loved the movie. She said it was great.
Well, I like
But
Bradley Cooper.
she didn't even know
He's a
that
good
was
actor.
Lady Gaga the whole movie.
I was watching the
It
preview. I
doesn't
did
look
not
like
know.
it.
I did. Yeah, hello.
Yeah, well, because she's dressed completely.
Well, as soon as she started
Dressed.
singing, I knew who it was.
Yeah,
you-
Lady Gaga's got a good voice,
No, the voice is distinct.
but Bradley
I don't know what that
Cooper
was.
doing the Chris Christopherson kind of thing.
Yeah.
It looks okay. It looks all right. Yeah,
What'd you think of the other one? Barbara Streisand and Chris Christopherson.
I don't remember it. I have no clue. Never. I mean, I don't.
pretty good.
My parents maybe had me watch it at some point. My dad had me watch old stuff that was. That
Even-
he goes, he had a lot. My dad and my mom, they always had a movie collection or something. Thank
People
God
are-
they got me into some Richard Pryor and
People are going to hate me
Gene
for
Wilder, stir crazy. Love that.
people are
film.
going to hate me for this, but even when she was young, she was never good looking.
Who?
Streisand.
Yeah,
No, she got an amazing voice.
right. But
Yeah.
Amazing voice.
but they say she was sexy. I'm like, what are you? Are we watching the same?
yeah. But no, but
115, little thin frame. Just don't look up.
yeah.
Down.
but
nose.
so we're talking about
Stars.
musicals. Do you have any musicals that
Jesus
you
Christ
like?
Superstar.
Depending on which one you're talking about.
I don't know.
There's one that
I'd
was-
have to watch it now that since I am a Christian. I'd have to watch
There's
it.
one that's like super rocked out.
Jesus Christ Superstar.
Yeah, I can handle that.
Yeah.
It's a type of music.
It was the 60s, baby.
The
It
music,
was
the
so,
music
like,
is good.
funky.
I like the song.
Anything rock and roll I can handle if
Yeah.
it's a musical. But once it starts getting into the gay sound and shit, I
know.
can't.
Well, I gotta say, I still think the best, the best musicals. I think Grease is easily the greatest one. Sound of Music because I put it in the top 10 and
Right.
stuff just because it's classic. But Rocky Horror Picture Show is it's so entertaining. It's funny, and then of course if you see it the way it's supposed to. But the songs, the guy, that crazy dude who wrote and directed that I mean, I'll be directed, but he wrote the screenplay and the music. The guy who plays
You got handcuffs?
Riff Raff, he is really good.
We need a pair of
Oh,
handcuffs.
sorry, because of my hands. Sorry.
I'm gonna go see the Bohemian movie.
Dude, yeah, as long as it's rock. And when
I
say,
might see that one.
When I say
Queen's one of my favorites. of all
when I
time.
say gay sounding songs, I don't mean like Rainbow.
You just mean
Flag.
lame.
I mean just like, yeah,
lame.
stupid,
Well, La La
shitty
Land's just is horrible.
Well, like-
when they're not singing, it's okay.
Hey, yo, well, if you're
It's
gonna,
all right.
If you're gonna sing on the Interstate 10 freeway,
Yeah, it's so
dead
stupid.
Stop and start dancing and singing.
That was I was like,
Really?
my wife drugged me to it,
Really, La
and
La
even
Land?
she just goes, "I'm sorry, honey. We should have watched that. We should have watched what you wanted to watch. This sucks." I think
I like for the cinematography. When you go and watch a movie and the best thing you come away with is the cinematography, something's seriously wrong with the movie.
yeah, because they're fine actors. They're trying hard. Emma Stone's a terrific actor. Ryan Gosling's a good actor, and whatever. I guess commercially it did what they wanted. They got nominated for Oscars.
They won
but,
an Oscar,
But
didn't they?
La La Land. Well, it originally won the Oscar. Then they took it away because they read the wrong
Read the
thing.
thing, yeah.
And it was this other coming of age for a black homosexual young guys movie. Something I don't know. Right?
Yeah.
Isn't that it? I don't even know what it was. But nevertheless, La La Land was a terrible movie. I couldn't even get through it. Paid money, and I could not even sit through the whole movie. It was that bad.
That bad.
I snuck, the Holy Roller snuck in to a movie he'd already seen just next door and watched the last half
just to
hour.
get out of the-
Just to, I go, I got to get the heck out of it. I go, just tell me how it finished.
That's
She
how
goes,
bad it was?
she goes, I'm going to finish it because you paid money. She goes, I just saw the other one with you. So yeah, I think it was like, I was watching Star Wars or something. And yeah, it was, gosh, La La Land,
That's when you-
Hollywood, you suck.
That's when you know a movie's bad, when you leave it to sneak in a movie you already seen.
Exactly. I'm going to go already see this movie again. I've already seen it.
That's
I've already
terrible.
paid. Screw it. That's bad. Yeah, but question stands. Any musicals that you say you honestly enjoyed, or at least thought were okay, solid films? None.
I don't like my movies mixed with my music.
You
can have music in the background.
for Salas, Grooves in the heart.
Roadhouse.
Grooves in the heart. Roadhouse. I love
Music
that
in
Ron
the
White
back.
joke about Roadhouse. About guys that no, I'm talking guys that they didn't escort me out of the bar. They hurled my ass out of the bar. These are guys that beat off to Roadhouse, man. The Roadhouse is a solid flick, man.
Yeah, it's
Totally
just not very
80s.
believable though.
Not believable at all.
Dirty Dancing.
Well, Swayze's only like 5'3". It's like,
That roundhouse though.
come on, man.
That roundhouse though.
Roundhouse. which
Come
one?
on.
Well,
When he does it.
yeah.
Dirty Dancing is hardly
I watched-
believable.
I watched friggin'. Speaking of Patrick, I just watched. My wife got me some classic films.
But people actually thought he
Red
was.
Dawn. I watched Red Dawn again. That was okay. It was all
People
right.
actually think he's a good actor.
Ghost, baby. Ghost. Ghost is a solid movie. I still love that movie.
I don't know, man.
You don't like Ghost? It was good.
Well, Demi Moore was
Blink, blink,
tasty at the
He's
time.
not.
blink, blink.
You're not. You don't. Like, Demi Moore.
Blink, blink.
Demi Moore is a babe.
At
She
the
was
time,
very-
she was delicious.
She
yeah.
was very. Yeah.
You said the same thing about Whoopi.
What?
Everybody was so young in their careers then. Everybody. He was like,
Whoopi.
who's
What
this?
about Whoopi?
Whoopi's a.
She never
Whoopi's a
looked
fine
tasty.
actress who should be just doing acting instead of talk show stuff. Because she was great in The Color Purple, fantastic. That's one of the great. That's a great film.
Wasn't Oprah in that?
Yes.
Yeah, and Oprah should be acting, but she's doing well. She's not hurting. So. Oprah's not hurting.
Oprah did
She made-
that Wrinkle in Time movie, and I thought missed
You know how you know when somebody's
I believe
made
it.
it big?
that they don't care what they
No,
take.
like when
they
you
take
start
something,
talking
like,
about them, like right now, and you're like, oh, fuck. Could I die for
can I
talking
say
shit about her?
talk shit?
You know, that's-
Would
But
she
yeah, we don't
whack
have
me?
a problem. we,
Oprah
don't
might
have,
whack me.
we don't have a problem saying
No.
anything about the green man. Or
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like
whatever, the orange guy.
that's when you know you're like you got some power.
Yeah,
you got
Oprah.
like you got
well,
some
we're
little-
not, it's not like, well, with Hillary actually was there seems to be evidence. She had people whacked, man. She did not mess
Apparently.
around.
Yeah. Well, that's when she was in office and stuff. But like, if she was just a normal citizen, would she have Oprah pool? I mean, you know, she makes people disappear if she wanted to.
Yeah.
Just the fact that you can
Yeah, because she's like,
is what worries me.
she's worth probably billions now, maybe.
Yeah,
Or like
you
a
know,
billion. she's worth quite
well,
a
that's
bit.
what you know about. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
so I'm sure she's finagled something or other. But yeah, I mean, it's I don't even
Yeah,
want.
Oprah. Oh, you know,
I don't even
we got
wanna
nothing
touch
bad to say
We
about
got
you,
nothing-
Oprah.
you're
We're
nice.
cool, man. We're cool. Oprah's great.
Peace, time out.
You were great. You won that Oscar for Color Purple, right? Didn't you win the Oscar?
Yes.
If you didn't, you should have. Oprah's great.
Selena, was that technically a musical? It was about a
so.
singer's life, and she sang in the movie.
It's okay.
Like A Star Is Born.
Yeah, but I don't
Is
know if
that
it was a
technically
musical.
a musical?
I don't think
It's
it.
not.
I don't think it was a musical.
No,
Selena
there's
was
music in it. See, I don't mind.
My wife
Like,
loves.
here's one
that
of my
film.
favorite
Oh, my
movies right here.
gosh. I just you want to watch Selena? No,
Hey,
I saw it
one
once
of-
with you.
one
That
of my-
was it. I did my duty.
One of my favorite movies of all time.
He said duty.
Yeah,
is,
I did say duty.
When We All Die Young, the rock star fucking Mark Wahlberg. Oh my god!
Oh.
You
dude.
thought that
Oh,
was
Mark Wahlberg movie, the
Yeah,
rock star.
When he's
Yeah.
rock star, that was a fucking great movie. I love that movie.
Why? Because he gets.
Jennifer Aniston.
Yeah, it was
yes,
Jennifer
yes.
Aniston.
Bro, that's like
It's
a
okay.
dream
It
come
was-
true.
It's all
Plus, I love fucking metal, hard.
Oh, yeah,
rock,
yeah.
dude. I don't care if the
Did you
movie
s-
sucks ass. The music was great.
Did you see Rock of Ages?
oh my god. Yeah.
I never saw it yet.
never saw it.
Yeah, because I heard the reviews weren't so good, and I went. Who
cares?
And
As long
I like Tom Cruise, but I went Tom Cruise singing. I heard him singing Jerry Maguire, and it was pretty bad. So,
Hey, it's La Bamba.
La Bamba's well,
It's
it's
not
a
a
musical,
musical.
but
Oh,
it's a
it's
good
about
film.
musicals.
It's a
Right.
good.
But he
It's a
sang
good
in it.
film. That's a good film. Yeah. Well, yeah, because he's
that's
not
where
doing
Ju-
the singing at all. It's Lobos doing the singing for him.
That's where June got his nickname Bob. From La Bamba, Richie Valens' brother Bob.
really.
Yeah, brother. Yeah,
Really?
brother Bob.
Yeah.
So
wow,
that's what we call him, brother
And that's
Bob.
he later on was in.
I love you,
he-
Richie.
Yeah. He later on was in NYPD Blue.
So
One
we-
of the
yeah.
greatest friggin' dramas of all time. Man.
Right. So
NYPD Blue. Anybody said anything bad about that? Oprah will shoot you. She's a big NYPD Blue fan.
That's Brother Bob.
Wow.
I love you, Bob. Richie.
That's where he got it for real. That's awesome. Has he even seen the movie?
No, he has no idea why I call him Bob.
Oh yeah, well, like our son is Roni, and it's just my wife just came over there like, you look delicious like macaroni, and that was cool. Like the little girls get it though when they call him. She goes to what we took him to Sunday school, and little girl goes, because my kid is. Fortunately, he looks more like her than me. He's a gorgeous-looking dude.
Thank God.
Exactly. But he's a good-looking kid. And the little girls, they've been chasing him forever, even though he's just still a little guy. And the little girl goes, "What's his name?" She goes, "Well, his name's Jason, but his nickname we all call him Roni." She goes, "He's cute, like macaroni." Come here, Roni. Come here, Roni. Give me a hug, Roni.
That nickname is geographically appropriate, right? Because out that way, they get it. Like mac and cheese is probably a main staple, in the trailer park area, the white trash area. Right?
Yeah, exactly.
So now, if he lives in San Francisco, they'd call him Rice-A-Roni.
He's not Chinese.
Right. But I'm saying it's geographically.
We are so politically correct.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, my son's lactose intolerant, so he's never even had macaroni and cheese.
Never had macaroni.
I don't think it's real cheese.
No, we have to. My wife actually learned how to make lactose-free cheese. That's actually pretty good. I was shocked.
Now we're gonna do
and she makes it herself.
It's made with.
Are we really doing this?
Oh, I don't know why that's on.
What the heck, rookie?
Rookie. No, I turned the website off, but I don't even know who that is. Anyway.
All right, Kathy Clifton, you cannot come in right now.
Hey, what's up? How you doing? Oh yeah. Hey, yeah, this is it. Hey, go get into. Let's do a little current events. I'll be back in 2 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen,
So
current
you guys
events.
pick your spots.
Current events.
In the news, ladies and gentlemen, last week I reported the return of the Toys R Us franchise coming back as Jeffrey LLC. The money, follow the money.
What's the name? Do we have a new name yet?
Still no name. And I reported that George Soros had a hand in that. I will apologize greatly. That is not the case.
At least he hid that he had a hand in it.
Yeah.
He's hidden it well.
It's quiet money.
The Dark Lord.
The Dark Lord Soros has other interests, and that's not one of them. He's shaking a little bit lately. But in the news, after posting 1 million views, our biggest episode to date, episode 34. I put out. Actually, I just posted 55 yesterday, or this afternoon. I posted 55. We started a little preview. So people, if you listen to the new episodes since our new year, I've been putting a little preview at the beginning telling you guys what's in the episode. Now, I want to know if this is valuable information, if this will work for us, and if you like that in the podcast. I'm doing that as a precursor. And so we'll be able to sell that actual airtime to our sponsors and to our listeners, and so that they get a preview of what the show or what we're going to be talking about in that episode. Since we do the live Facebook, you guys don't get to see the full episode. So I've added a little preview at the beginning of it. But in the news, we've got the Hurricane Cat 5, Hurricane Michael is hitting the Florida Panhandle, and it's the heaviest one to ever hit landfall, and everybody's kind of outraged because Trump is going to go have a little powder fest with himself and everything, rather than sit back and wait for repercussions or reparations for the hurricane.
What does that mean, powder fest?
Powder fest is he's going to go and do a town council and do a little rally to stir up votes and support and he'd rather go out and have a little party with his people kissing his ass.
So he's not going to go to
He's
the...
not going to Florida, not to go into harm's way.
Yeah,
you would not expect your president
Dude,
to go do that.
they're evacuating the place.
They're evacuating.
Why do
would
you
send
expect
your
him?
president? Yeah, no. So people are a little bit upset about that, but at the same time, he's going to go and have a little party with his constituents.
Well,
He's so McCloud,
yeah,
baby.
man. We got November. He's got that big win with Kavanaugh.
And so you feel that people are just a little outraged about that. I don't
They're
think
always
going to
be outraged.
But just thoughts and bears for Florida.
Absolutely, man.
So I sent a Yelp out to my parents and all my family. A lot of them are already marking themselves safe, so that's good.
A lot of my comic friends out there marking themselves safe. So
that's
yeah,
good.
yeah. Please be safe.
This is like the worst one ever.
This is one to ever make landfall. Yeah.
Oh, really? It's
on the
that
Panhandle.
bad?
Yeah.
And then they're like, people in Georgia.
You know how I don't even follow this stuff. I find out through my Facebook feed of friends and stuff because
Marking themselves
I
safe.
don't, like I said, I don't really do TV because I got tired of watching the
And
news.
they have a dry hurricane.
Yeah, they.
The hurricane on land. I mean,
It says here hurricane
Michael is
downgrades to category 1
already.
which actually is a good thing.
well, yeah, because it's hit land. It's 300 miles in. It should have died before it ever got 300 miles in. It was a category 4, 100 and something miles inland. That's like absurd. But-
So usually the hurricanes survive on water. Once they get off water, hit land, and so that one hit land at 4. That's the most ever to hit the Panhandle. But it's dissipated down to a 1, and now I just got to deal with the cleanup. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's the latest. That's in the news.
So yeah, the fact that they're like, "Oh, come down," it's just talking shit. That's all it is. People always are looking for something to talk about. It's no big deal.
Well,
Whatever. But he's going to send help. You know what, man? The guy is actually finally settling in a little bit, and I think he's actually doing a halfway decent job.
Uh-oh.
I do too.
You
I just
know?
wish he'd shut up on the tweets
Well, yeah,
and stuff.
he is the
but-
worst speaker ever.
Yeah.
Like he should be. Like,
When he said
heard.
I'm not a politician, you are not a politician.
No, you're right
But
about
he
that.
is getting things.
You're not a speaker.
He is getting things done.
You're not a you're not a tweeter.
I mean, yeah. He's definitely
You're-
not a tweeter.
you're not a
and-
lot of things.
And a lot of, I mean, I friggin' everybody knows I did vote for the guy, and I would still technically, I'll be honest, I'd vote for him again over Hillary because Hillary
Guess what?
was terrible, and we got 2 Supreme Court justices, conservative justices on there. I know a lot of people aren't happy about that, but being so I am pro-life.
What, they're not
I'm
happy
pro-life.
with. They're not happy that he's going to start this. You can fuck anything and do anything you want. That movement is not. Yeah.
Well, that's not what he's starting.
No, I'm saying
What are you talking about?
now to have
Because
a little more conservative justices.
Exactly. Oh, they're saying
maybe they
yeah.
can stop this movement to
Yeah.
where you can do whatever the fuck you want to anything you want. You know?
Yeah.
And it's okay. And if you don't like
And
what they're
and
doing,
Rick, and Rick
you're an
is even more
asshole.
conservative than I am, for
You know?
sure, man.
I'll tell you what. The guy is here. Here is a little revelation for everybody. He's getting reelected, and I don't give a fuck who he runs against. The guy is going to win the reelection.
73%.
And I don't give a fuck if all you snowflakes go out there and vote this time, since you didn't last time. He's still going to win.
Yeah.
Despite you fucking tards, he's going to win.
Well, here's the only way they have a shot at defeating him right now.
Shoot him.
Is if they can at least flip the House in November. But now because of the Kavanaugh effect, which backfired on them, because I friggin' was so fed up with Trump, I didn't even care about the election. But then when I saw they went after this, who I still believe is a good man, and he didn't do any of that crap.
So he partied a little bit when he was in high school.
No, whatever. He just drank some
Whatever.
beer. That's it, dude. I was a drunk for forever.
Right.
I didn't.
Well, you're not running for any fucking office.
Exactly. But I've been clean and sober for, gosh, now.
But this guy,
A long
man,
time
you know
now.
what?
But my
Raked over the
they're never.
coals.
Yeah, exactly. It was ridiculous, and it was all political. 100%. Don't believe for a second that You know, there was.
Oh, it happened.
No, there was no.
It happened.
No, there was no
It happened.
corroboration whatsoever.
It happened.
No, it
Yeah,
didn't.
he was trying to get a stinky pinky.
No,
and he
he
was fucking
did not, man.
denied, and he was wearing his headphones real loud and couldn't
my
hear.
brother.
Were you there?
Hey.
Were you there?
I was okay. There was zero corroboration.
So he's not good at
all
reading
four
lips.
witnesses that she brought forward that said these are the four
Right.
people. All of them said, "Yeah, I didn't see anything like that."
Of course
But
not.
one of them just said, "Well, you know, I didn't see it, but you know, I believe her." She never could even
Yeah, it
come
can't
down with
be
the
hearsay.
date. She could never even come down with the date.
Look,
till the end.
I-
And she goes,
I-
okay,
I-
now it's 1980.
Okay, I'm going to go as far as saying this. It happened.
I disagree.
But when they say it was in high school, I was like, what? What are we talking about? I did a lot of crazy shit in high school. I'm sure a lot of people did. Yeah,
I
but
know.
for the rest of my life, I'm going to be marred by there's something that happened in high school. What are we fucking talking about? Even if it was in college. You know what? Shit like that happens in college too, right? So, I mean, I'm not saying anything like women should have to put up with any of this bullshit, but it's fucking high school. It's high school. High school.
Or the drinking
Why are we even having the fucking conversation? It's fucking high school.
Okay.
Oh my God.
Well, I was just saying.
Does that
he
make
had,
it okay?
He had 60.
Does what make what okay? So you fuck a goat in
He
high
had
school, you're a goat
60
fucker for the rest of your
character
life?
witnesses of
Yeah.
women that knew him professionally for
Right.
years,
Right.
who said he was nothing.
Well, yeah, he cleaned
but
up his shit.
Professional.
Right. He cleaned his shit up. He got older, he grew up.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I still don't think he did it at all.
Yeah.
Not a bit. But anyways, we're saying if they don't flip the House and it's still Republican, but still the Republicans are not. Nobody's because I hate the fact that that's the only thing we're talking
Hey,
about.
you got to give it up for our closet voters.
Oh yeah.
Because everybody's like, nah, fuck that guy.
Yeah, and they're all
And they
voting
go into
for
the booth
him.
and they're like,
Yeah, I'm still voting. I still like this economy
Yeah.
going the way it is.
Yeah.
At 73% approval.
And then the cool thing is about this is you don't have to say, and it's actually rude if you ask somebody, who'd you vote for, right? So you're like, yeah. So there's
People are going, yeah, I think he's a jerkwad.
They're
too, but
protected.
I voted for him.
Yeah. I don't care who he's running against.
Well,
him.
they have no chance.
That
of it.
motherfucker's going to win. He's going to win.
Probably.
And it's crazy.
It
The
is.
fact that, like, even way back when we were looking at it, okay, the first time I heard it, Donald Trump's running.
It's
Are
like,
you
yeah.
serious?
Yeah.
And, okay, it's a publicity stunt.
He literally was.
to make more money and all that shit. I think even he was like, oh, this is stupid. But
He's like, this is crazy. Why not? I got to do it. And then,
and then a couple weeks went by. He told the wife and the kids, he's like, you know what? I might actually have a chance. And they're like, shut the fuck up. They're at dinner. And
just go back and do
of
your
course,
TV
I'm probably
show.
paraphrasing that, but like, shut the fuck up. You don't have a chance. You don't have a prayer. And then more time goes by, and they all look at each other and like, Dad might win.
I remember telling everybody I was working with, there's like, he's not going to. I go, don't believe these polls. I go, don't believe it. People are not saying they're going to. People are going to vote for him. We're saying they're not going to.
Right.
Nobody wants to admit they're voting for him, but they're going to friggin' vote for him.
And there was a point I was sitting upstairs and I was looking at the TV and I was watching all this stuff. And I turned to the old lady and I was like, hey, Donald Trump is going to be our president.
Exactly.
When all
it was so. But honestly, come on, you got to be able to laugh about it because when I was cracking up, because I said this when I was doing small little, just quick. I don't really do political comedy, but I go, if Donald Trump wins, I go, imagine. I thought it would be good for the comedy world. I think it's actually not been good for the comedy world. He's all this comedy that it's so over the top hysterics and
There's too much
and
other
mean,
people talking about
and
it.
it's just too much. Everybody's doing it, and it's just like, give me a break.
When everybody's
find a
making
new
jokes.
topic.
Well, when
it's always the same topic.
Here's something that's unprecedented with this present term, with the whole political climate. Because he's not a politician, because he's flipped the script on everybody, he's ousting even Republican dirtbags. He's doing partisan things that are just unorthodox. He's got the world in his pocket. He's still doing illegal shit that
Allegedly.
Come on, man.
What?
He's trading with China. He hasn't given up his,
But it's more in our favor now than theirs.
No, he's doing it personally for Trump Enterprises.
Oh.
He's actually building a resort in fucking China right now. But come on.
But he's no
Junior-
longer
Well,
the
he
head
does-
of
yeah.
his
Yes, he is.
company.
He hasn't really relinquished
He
that.
had to.
No, he did
Yeah.
not, though.
Yes,
he
he did.
He did not. He hasn't done
And you
it.
know this for a fact.
He hasn't done it.
What's your
That's
source?
why he hasn't done it.
What's your source?
So
That
let me
stack of
ask you
paperwork that we just stack of paperwork.
Let me ask you
he
something.
has not relinquished any of his
The guy
powers,
made-
control on
I might
any
believe
of
that.
his
Look, who
fucking
cares?
earnings
I don't-
because he
Look.
doesn't want to have to switch it back
The guy-
after 8 years.
The guy was a billionaire before
Well,
he
he
became
didn't show his
president.
taxes, so maybe.
Obviously, he did something right.
Okay.
And for him to all of a sudden, like, fuck it, I don't need any more money.
No, so,
Because he's president, he's supposed to stop making money?
there are things that you're supposed to give up, and he hasn't done it.
Everybody's just crying
Saying
because
that
he
he
has all the marbles.
I got all the marbles. I don't know how to use them. Pew, pew, pew.
Well, apparently the guy knows how to make money.
He knows how to make money under the table. Tell me he doesn't have mob ties in New York when his
I can't verify that.
Tell me he doesn't.
I can't verify that.
Okay, so then he gets Giuliani on his team through. I lost a lawyer. I'm a lawyer up, and I'm gonna get Giuliani, who's got serious mob ties.
I can't verify that. either.
Never heard that one, man. He might. He might.
Really?
But yeah, I don't.
How do you get all those?
I don't
developments-
I don't
how do you get all
listen-
those licenses and developments in New York without someone in City Hall, without someone pushing paper?
Because he's a
without ties?
sleazebag, man. He knows what he's doing.
But he's a great businessman.
I don't know if he's a great.
He's doing a
businessman,
lot
but
of
he's a
things under the
businessman.
table that
Yeah.
he's not.
And nobody else does that.
Oh my God.
Warren Buffett doesn't do that.
I'm sure. What about was it Beyonce's husband, man? and stuff?
Jay-Z and
Jay-Z. I'm sure he's got his
He's
connections.
straight
man.
as an arrow.
oh, they're in Cuba striking deals right now. We haven't even opened up
Which-
tourism, but they striking crazy deals over
Which
there.
one? Jay-Z?
Jay-Z and Beyonce.
Well, no, it's tourism's open in Cuba.
Not as open as it should be.
Well.
But they're over there having a great old time.
Well, this
They're
is good. We're
establishing
getting
business.
educated, man.
They're establishing businesses.
That's
Look,
what
They're
I-
creating trade. They're
Feed the world. Let them know
Hey,
it's Christmas in
if
Cuba.
they're billionaires and they're white, they're fucking corrupt. They gotta be.
no, if they're billionaires and they're black, it's going to come back. It's going to flip the script on Beyonce and Jay-Z. You can't go down there breaking FTC rules before just because you open up tourism, you're down there striking
FTC, is that like
That's our
wrestling,
Federal
wrestling,
Trade
Federal
Commission.
Wrestling Federation?
Federal Trade
Why
Commission.
aren't they free to go anywhere in the world and
They can
do
freely go
business?
where they want. They can't.
Why not?
The money has to be tracked. The money has to if their business is based in the.
He's not taking his crack money down there.
No, he's not. Jay-Z's not dealing crack money. All of his interests, trades, and all his other stuff.
Hey,
established.
hey,
FTC
don't,
has rules.
hey,
Jay-Z, lingerie line.
don't be surprised if that isn't where he
FTC
got
has
his start.
rules. FTC has.
Don't be
rules.
surprised if that's not where he got his start, man. The seed money.
The seed money.
The seed money.
Okay.
I was just
seeded
making a
with
joke.
cocaine. seeded with illegal cigars.
Seed money. You
Cuba,
need seed.
baby.
No, I'm saying a lot of these businesses in some of these communities got started with drug money.
What was that one with that movie with Tom Hanks as the drug runner? I didn't even.
Tom Hanks is the drug
Not Tom.
runner?
I'm sorry, Tom Cruise. As
American Made.
American Made.
That's all right.
It was okay,
American
but
Made
there was
was
a lot
solid.
of truth in that freaking movie.
Hey, he was just a
Well, it's
driver.
based on a true story.
Hey,
Well, it was a lot of truth.
he was just a driver.
He was just a driver. Don't shoot the driver.
He was
Don't kill the
flying.
messenger.
He
That's what I'm
wasn't
saying.
driving.
Same
He was
difference.
flyer.
He's just a driver.
He was
the
the
mule.
pilot.
He didn't know he was a mule, but when he told him he was a mule,
He had one ethnic community
you have one
delivering
job.
to another ethnic community,
This is the time.
bridged by a
This
white
is the
dude.
life.
So really, he
As
was
a driver.
He was a bridge for people, man. He's bringing people together, is what he was doing.
So it was a great.
No, but the white people weren't committing the crime. It was just the ethnics.
Just a.
When his brother-in-law gets blown up, man, that was awesome. You better keep that money coming.
I'll tell you what.
I know. I have.
That's why
I have people and friends like that, or acquaintances, anyways, and I'm just like, who just, some people are broken, like that character in American Made, the brother-in-law who's just, no matter whatever you do to help them, that's where I try to pray for people. I'm just like, they actually I have a friend, but he's going through a lot of stuff, and he literally is probably one of the funniest guys on planet Earth, and but there's something just wrong up there. It's broken, and I just, I wish well for him. I told him, I go, if it turns out later that you were completely full of crap, dude, about everything, and I find that out, it's gonna hurt, man, because I do consider you a friend. And I've been trying to help you. You have these issues. You had the drug issues, all these things. But there's a goodness in you. I feel it in there, and I want you to, but I don't know if he's ever going to figure it out. He's somebody I pray for all the time and stuff. My wife knows, and he's just like, and literally, this guy, if he ever gets it together.
Yourself, right?
Yeah, sorry.
You keep going up.
Oh, sorry. If he ever figures it out, I hope so, because he could be one of the funniest comics out there. He did some mics, and he's hilarious, but he's just a very self-destructive personality. And that's
a tough one.
It's tough, especially when somebody you care about.
Yeah, definitely.
So hopefully that character reminded me that guy wasn't very likable in the movie, but this guy, there's a likability, and everybody loves the guy, but he's on a self-destruct path, and hopefully he figures it out. He hits rock bottom, and especially because he's got a kid now. So hope you figure it out, buddy, man. We're praying for you.
I don't know him. Fuck him. No.
Thoughts and prayers, man. He laid down thoughts and prayers.
Wow, man. No, seriously, he would go out there and take over comedy.
Really?
If he got his stuff together, he would take it. He'd be one of the guys. He would take off like a shooting star, but he's just too self-destructive. So hopefully that changes.
So in the news, I saw a story about the lady reporting her kid missing, 3-year-old kid.
Oh, my God.
Oh, gosh. Yeah.
And the kid's at school.
Oh, my God.
I don't even need to say anything about it. Apparently, now, I don't know. Okay, that happened. That is fact.
Yeah.
Now the family's coming saying she was in a car accident. I want to see the police report of this car accident. But she's saying that the family's trying to say she was in a car accident, so maybe she's still scrambled from that and can't remember that she dropped her kid off at school.
She just kind of went.
No, the bitch is doing drugs and drinking during the day and fucking forgot that she's so fucked up that she forgot she dropped her kid off at school.
Yeah. So.
But the family's trying to. So I want to see the police report that says that she was in this auto accident that could have fucking scrambled her noodle. And then I'll fucking recant everything. but I don't believe that shit.
Yeah.
But that one I don't even. It's a sad thing because there's a 3-year-old involved. But the other one that got me a little. I don't know if you saw it on the news, but. Black guy babysitting 2 white kids, of course, and a white lady calls the cops.
Oh, man.
And says that she fears that these kids might be held captive and wants to do a courtesy, whatever they have a
wellness check.
A wellness check saying that can they make sure that he's supposed to have these kids? And so, of course, everybody's saying, so she follows him around town, takes his license, wait for the cops to show up at the house, and then they call the parents, and they weed through the whole thing. But
he's just their babysitter.
Everybody is saying, like the parents are saying, oh, he's just, it's just a case of being black while babysitting, all that shit, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm looking at it and I'm saying, okay, that even I can say that's fucked up, right? Right. But everybody complains, well, people aren't vigilant, they don't report shit, they don't do any of that. But her only basis for reporting it and calling the cops was the fact that it was a black man with 2 white kids, and it looked suspicious. Which, whatever. Now, that's okay. So that right there. Let's take that, what happened. Okay, that's fucked up, right? But here's the most fucked up part.
What?
As Mexicans and as blacks, we have to accept the responsibility for the position that our race is in at this time. We have to understand how this has evolved. Okay, look. at some point you have to say, how fucked up are we as a race of people that people look at us like that? What have we done in the past that has made it to where people look at us the way that they do look at us? Why are you, okay, is it just because the police are fucked up that the majority of people that are in prison are black and Hispanic? I'm 100% Hispanic. Guy appears to be 100% black. We have to accept responsibility for what our people have done over the last how many years and how they have fucked up so much that now we are looked upon as fucking people that are doing bad shit. So it's not this white lady's fault necessarily. She's trying to help and make sure these kids are okay. It's our fucking people that came before us that are our color that fucked it up so fucking bad that you can't even go in somewhere without people watching you. You can't even do anything without people watching you.
I'm going to go in on this.
You know, but I'm just saying, we have to accept that responsibility that people, our people, fucked up.
I'm sorry.
Fucked up.
Nope.
And it's not the cops that are fucking putting everybody in jail and all that shit.
Nope.
You have to, at some point, like I say, if you want to bitch and moan about shit,
I can't fix my forefathers' problems.
Clean up your backyard before you fucking come out there and start.
Rick, are you fucking
saying,
kidding me
I'm
right
saying it for all my fucking Mexican brothers and sisters that are locked up in prison.
Right now.
I'm saying it for everybody.
Rick.
We need to fucking understand how bad our people fucked up before we got here. And I know they've been through some shit, but understand it's not for no reason that these white people are fucking pointing you out.
Accept it, but I can't fix that.
No, and you can't fix it.
But what you just said was make sure that you're...
But own it. Own it. You got to own it.
But I'm not going to be victimized because of what they did.
So
I'm going out being a very successful person in my community. I am being
It doesn't matter how
thorough.
straight
I'm not going to bring up that stuff. I'm not bringing it up.
It don't matter.
I'm not bringing it up.
You could be the straightest fucking black man on earth. You could be an attorney, a doctor,
We
whatever.
got to
you
let
could be whatever you want to be.
love
Guess what? You're going to run around with that shit on your face. That's what it is. That's what it is.
It's a fucking skin.
That's
people.
what it is.
It's a skin.
Mexicans have to deal with the same bullshit.
I can't fix the past. You need to get over that bullshit real quick because I can go to work, I can do my job, and I can do just the same thing. You see me excel, you don't want me to excel. You don't want me to bring my culture.
Why?
Oh, you like
they
my
don't
culture.
give a fuck about you.
They don't.
Why do they care?
They don't want
if
me
you
to be
excel?
successful. No, they don't.
Why?
They don't want
they
me
don't
to be
care.
successful. They don't want me to be successful.
Why? They don't give a fuck whether you're successful or not. They don't want you fucking living next to them. That's for fucking sure. And do you think this shit changed overnight?
I don't even know what we're doing right now.
Do you think that the shit changed overnight? That last week somebody was like, hey, you know what? These fucking blacks and Mexicans are a little fucking shady.
Well, here's the thing.
You better watch out. That fucking didn't come out.
We're okay.
This is years and years and years of people fucking up.
They're okay. They were okay with Bill Cosby when he was portraying a doctor.
Who was?
Everybody, the TV shows, the love, the images.
It was a black dude fucking entertaining white people.
The positive message. He was sending a message to the black communities too. And everything was great. I'm going to say the term.
And everything the NBA was positive.
Everything was hunky-dory, okay?
Hunky-dory.
Hey, the NBA is positive, right? You got a bunch of black dudes entertaining fucking white people.
They're not entertaining. They're playing a sport that they excel at. You throw in a Larry Bird.
Nice twist.
No.
You're fucking dancing for a white motherfucker. Come on. Come on.
I'm still playing basketball at the highest level and getting
the white guy
paid
owns it. The people in the crowd are white.
The biggest difference
you're getting paid.
The biggest difference for that, again,
but you're still entertaining the fucking white people.
It's not for
entertainment
purposes.
It's entertaining everybody.
It is what it is.
But that's
Who's
not
in
why.
the stands? Who's in the stands? Go to, somebody pointed out one night.
Well, how did we get here from the
because
the
this is the look, dude.
The babysitter.
This is the fucking basis. Everybody wants to shy away from it. Oh, racism is...
Okay, so...
Right, look, understand why the white lady called, fucker. You're a black dude watching two white kids. Of course she's going to call. You fuckers
okay,
are
so
suspect.
you're just saying it's latent...
Don't feel so
you're
fucking
saying
bad.
It's
like
almost
oh my
obligatory...
God. Oh, my God. Can you believe it? Yes.
Bigotry or racism because of
what's
fucking
happened
the
history, the past.
Okay, but
Think
again...
about it. Is it right? No, it's not right.
Only way
Is it real?
The only way
Yes.
I could say would even think it might be okay is if the dude
It's
looks
never
like he was a
okay.
gangbanger
No, it doesn't
or
matter.
a crackhead.
That doesn't
If
matter.
it's just a guy who's black.
It doesn't matter.
If I see
how
if
black
it's
he
guy,
is?
I just think it's a reverse different strokes, man.
Hey, dude, look. It doesn't matter how
Different
black.
strokes
It doesn't
takes.
matter.
Different
Look,
strokes.
and no
it
matter
takes.
what they
Different
say,
strokes to move the world.
hey, no matter
Yes,
what they
it
say or
does.
do, it
takes
never is going to make it
different
okay.
strokes to move the world.
I'm never going to say it's okay. I'm just telling you what reality
come on, that's
is.
a
And
good
reality is when that white lady called and reported that a black guy has 2 white kids, it's not just because. It's because it's real. It's fucking real. That is a perception that people have. Is she fucking racist? Probably not. But that's what she knows, that every time she turns on the TV, somebody committing a crime is black or Mexican. Unless it's a mass shooter, then they're fucking white for sure. Right? So why do we
Most
know
of the
that?
time,
Why do
or
we
a
know
ter-
when a
or a
crime is
terrorist.
committed, what color the person is?
type of
Because
crime?
it's all fucking real. It is real.
I'm
People
saying
have
it's
for so
something
many
that's
years.
fed
Hey, I had my
into by the
skateboard stolen by a
media.
couple black guys, and we lived in an all-white community. Why? Look,
I have a.
you can shy away from
I
it.
see a lot of. I deal with a lot of people that are, I would say, degenerates and stuff,
Right.
Or people of not doing well, and
In predominantly white area.
It's well, no, there's tons of Caucasians, white people, whatever,
Right.
who are sketchy,
Of course.
and I'm
But
watching them.
you're in a predominantly white neighborhood where you're working.
Where I'm
And
working.
Mexican. There's
it's a
not
lot.
very many black folks.
It's
So you're going to see
Well,
fucked up
there's-
people, and most of them
there's
are going to be
there's a
white.
few. I thought you were going
I'm
to say
not
most of
saying,
them are
look,
going to be black. That's
I'm
what
not
you-
saying.
I thought that was your point.
I'm not saying. No, my point is, there's perception, and then there's reality, and then there's what. Look, there's fucked up people in every race.
Yeah.
The fact that that white lady called the cops on a black guy, and he wasn't doing nothing wrong, is not okay. It's not right.
Oh, she's probably going to get vilified. And
Right. Look.
like people are threatening her
it's
life and
already-
stuff. It's
yeah.
like,
and they won't release her name or nothing.
I hope not.
Right. They're saying that she's unidentified.
Yeah,
Right,
that's,
they couldn't
that's
find
good.
her. But look,
That's good.
here's the
Because
thing.
you-
It's not right.
At the end, you should look at. Here's what I'll say. In the end, you should always, if there's in your head, if you think there's any chance, you should look out for kids. But
Right.
just
Just
because
because
the guy's black. you
Okay,
know,
so
no.
now listen, that's not okay that she did that.
Yeah,
But it's understandable.
possibly. I didn't
It's
see the
understandable.
situation.
And
But
and-
usually, I
and-
would say no.
And guess my point is,
I mean, because
as the
my
black guy,
my best friend, they adopted a black
Right.
child and
right?
stuff.
Well,
so-
that's okay. People don't fucking look at that. It's like, oh, he won the
Well,
fucking
they-
lottery.
well, he's
That's how they
white.
look at it, right? So look, my point is that black guy should not be fucking shocked and surprised because that
Well, he
is
probably
what
wasn't. But now
world
he's going to
has
sue. or
come
something. I don't
to.
know.
That who's he going to sue? Fucking God? What?
I
How is he
don't
going to
know.
sue anybody?
I don't know because that's what seems
Look,
to always happen.
Right.
Right.
He can't sue anybody.
If CNN gets a hold of the story.
The problem is that is fucking reality. And it's a harsh reality that it's been years and years and years of shit happening where it's like, you are likely to commit a fucking crime.
I disagree.
And that's the fucking
I
reality
think
of
it's
it.
fed to the public through
Well,
the
why
media.
do people
Through the media.
automatically
But
jump
it's
to
not
this
as
fucking
bad as-
assumption
But it's because
when there's a
they're fed.
Mexican?
They're
It's
because
not
they're
as
fed.
bad as it used to be.
If you see a gangster
really-
Mexican, what if he's a born again Christian? But he has all these tattoos and dresses like he used to.
Because that's what they're being
Yeah.
taught to be scared of. They're being taught to be afraid
Taught
of.
of or been seen in their life
No, that's-
That's what
forever
they're
and
being
ever and
taught.
ever.
That's what they're being taught. and
By
shown.
who?
In the news.
It's
In the
true.
news. They're showing, this
Okay.
91-year or 81-year-old Mexican was beaten by racists is the headline. The racist in this particular situation and was beaten by, and there's video of it, was a black woman. Right. In a discussion or an altercation between his daughter, but she got wrapped up and she was so angered and everything, she started beating on him, her, and everybody else that was around. But they were saying
Right.
racist beat this Mexican man
Yeah.
And they were feeding
So,
one story.
Let me ask you this.
So people start digging down and reading
So
the whole story. The
all-
headline was racist. It
Well, yeah,
wasn't
they're gonna
racist.
get
It
you.
wasn't even a racist
So
thing.
let me-
It was an incident, and it was a basic
Well, yeah,
domestic
headlines are-
domestic. Yeah, the domestic.
Let me ask you
disturbance
this then.
that exploded into that, and they showed the bloody picture of the man, and they said racist.
Let me ask
It
you
was
this.
a black woman, and it wasn't even a racial issue.
So let me ask you this. All right. And I want to preface it by saying I'm not saying it's right, but it's fucking reality. So let me ask you this.
Don't have to accept that.
Let me ask you this. So is it safe to say that stereotypes and all the stuff that we're talking about are all created by the media?
The stereotypes
It's a big
are
part of
created
it.
by the cultures, the differentials in the cultures, and their truths. The stereotypes are true to those particular cultures. The tattoos, the gangbangers, yeah, he's been through some hard times. He's been through some hard times. Yeah, okay. He's taken a rough road. I know heavy metal dudes with sleeves,
Right.
and I'm not questionable about that. Woo! He's a good guy. He just likes to have fun.
Right.
Sleeves.
But
I
the-
wouldn't
no,
hire him.
but
there's things and characteristics that go with that.
But, okay,
when
that's a
I
good
use
example.
This,
Look, no, that's a
when
good.
I use this,
No, but that's a good example right there. The rocker with the sleeves and the Iron Maiden shirt.
Oh, yeah.
You
I've
think
had
he's
guns
a shot
drawn-
out fucking druggie? What if the guy's never done drugs in his life?
Yeah,
mean,
I used to have
it's not
guns drawn on
automatic.
me
It's
quite
not-
frequently by the cops because when I looked like Zach Wilde back in the day,
Right, yeah.
the long hair, the beard, and
Right.
everything.
But people automatically
Unabomber,
think that
big glasses.
that you do all these drugs and that you're a fucking shot out, fucking loser, whatever. But that's what they think. But that may not be you. So my point is, we can't blame the media for everything. It's not their fault. We have to take ownership that our people fucked up. They did.
Well, that's why I don't,
They
like I
did.
said, I don't watch the news.
Right.
I only watch it every now and then, like for the Kavanaugh thing.
So I'm always
seeing how they're spinning it.
I
They're
look
always
at this
spinning.
whole situation. I think it's terrible that it happened, right? But I look at the situation. Don't be so fucking shocked. The black guy's on TV like, oh my, I don't understand why. Why you don't understand why?
No, I'm sure he does.
You don't understand fucking why?
Yeah, if he's black,
Understand.
He's dealt with racism his whole life.
Understand that
Sure,
like
guy's
we're-
dealt with racism his own life.
Yeah. So my thing is,
Guy,
we have to
you're a
understand.
beautiful black man. You're my black Nubian
I
brother,
just want
right here,
people
man.
to
No,
understand.
my Nubian brother, right here.
Understand why shit happens. It's not just a fucking goof.
And hey, I
You know,
still,
it's not the media fucking turning shit.
man, I like you too, Chico.
You know?
Okay, Chico.
We have to understand.
I think that's a racist. No, is that a racist thing for
Fuck yeah, what do you think?
Hey, Chico, and the
Hey,
man.
but
yeah.
at the same time, I understand that
Is that racist? That's not really racist.
that people feel
That's funny.
That's funny.
like they're not given the same opportunity, or that people are racist towards them, so they over promote their own cause, their own people, to the point of alienating everybody else and only hiring their people for things, only watching movies made by their people.
We're still talking about this?
I'm just trying to point out that that things are, everybody, here's the thing right now, everybody wants to be so politically correct, and that if you're not accepting of everybody for everything, anything.
No, that's not true.
Then you're an
What
asshole.
if you're not accepting of what liberals say, and liberals are
Right.
not, I mean, they're so off the charts now, it's ridiculous. If you're not an accepting of what liberals say is accepting, you'll get called out, you could get harassed, anything. Like if we were like, if we were bigger,
We're huge.
Okay, well, I have a question.
We're huge in, what'd
Are-
you say, Sweden?
are you
We're
saying-
huge in Sweden.
Are you saying do you guys get a sense that liberals are becoming a little bit more aggressive?
Oh, totally.
They're
No.
And they're getting fed that through the media to be aggressive, and then the politics.
You know what it's all driven by? The desire to be accepted. And as a group, they're pulling in people.
It's recreational outrage.
So
recreational outrage. Grab your tiki torches, people. Let's go.
They-
I just think it's.
that's why the gay community ties in with this whole liberal community.
Holy mackerel.
Because
Here we
Did the gay community ever turn away anybody? Everybody's accepted there.
Everybody's accepted.
Right.
until what?
Never, nothing. As long
I
as
don't
you
know. I
fucking,
didn't
you're
even
in
want to
that
get
whole
on
thing.
the whole gay thing.
I'm just
man.
saying, it's all.
I was just
it
saying,
all ties together.
There's too much. There's too much people talking about. Even though this is, he goes against what I said. The guy was disrespecting my wife. So yeah, I got pissed, like any husband would. Anyways, he backed off and he's like, "I'm sorry," and so that was over. But my point is, there's too much on rhetoric on both sides when this everything's so political with the Kavanaugh thing, and oh my God, if you don't believe her, you're whatever.
Yeah, so
you're against women or something.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous.
all these people.
You know how many women that are friends of mine that just went, yeah, I didn't believe her either, man. She seemed like she was full of it.
dude? You know,
But the way they vilified her and the way
they vilified him.
but
Come on, they vilified
him, setting him up, trying to delay the
It's political.
political stance and
Right.
the power that it would allow
so
And
what's
you
on
don't-
Supreme Court.
It was all about Roe versus Wade.
Senate, no, it's not all about.
Mostly.
But I mean, that was a mostly. Because
Mostly.
the guy's actually, he's approved a lot of
He-
beneficial things too.
He's a moderate, yeah.
So the point is, when the conversation switched, okay, so now he's in. But how they treated that woman, how all the other women that were having a voice through that, the movement had picked up its speed up again.
Yeah, but it doesn't need to be there. What the fuck is it doing there? It doesn't need to be there.
I mean, social conscious is one
Dude,
thing.
one of our friends got on here and was like, I can't believe that my friends are actually supportive of Kavanaugh, and you're my friends. On Facebook.
Yeah, it's
like-
because they're watching only MSNBC
Come on,
and
man.
CNN.
Watching one thing.
Come
Yeah,
on, that
you have to
that
watch. You have to
woman
watch everything.
was being used as a tool for the
was set up.
Democrats to stall.
Honestly, if I had believed her, I'd be like, yeah, hell no, he doesn't belong
Whether
on the
she's
Supreme
right
Court.
or wrong,
I didn't believe
she
her.
agreed to do this as a tool.
There was no
to delay
cooperation
it.
whatsoever.
Okay, so
7
how do you guys-
background checks.
How do you guys feel about the response from Trump after he was confirmed? Hey,
The
good
motherfucker
job,
should
buddy.
not talk.
Good job, buddy.
Well,
He
he
should
just
not
said
say anything.
it was okay, but it was a little
needs
too
to-
Trumpy. It was a
Dude,
little
he
too
needs to
Trumpy.
stay away.
Then he just
From
flips and goes,
shit.
well, because women shouldn't be able to do this and do that, do that.
Well,
that goes
no.
into the Republicans' partisanship saying women can't do this with their bodies and this
Yeah,
can't
yeah,
be done like
yeah.
that. So now you're trying to put them in place
Yeah,
again.
although
He tried to put women in place again. What is she doing up
I
there?
think talking
anyways?
about coming forward at this point in time.
because he's got a lot of women coming after
he's
him. That's what it is. Yeah,
He's got 16 of them,
Yeah,
right?
it's
He's
just
got his own
like,
women.
but he's got his money. He'll
But
be
why
all right.
now? Why now?
No, he's
If it bothered you so much,
Trump's
I'm
been
saying
had women
no.
on
But I'm
his
saying,
case.
Yeah.
but if it bothered you
That's
so
why
much,
he's paying them. To
or that
sleep
money
with them.
wasn't good enough at the time, now
gotta
you can
just
come and
pay
ask
him.
for more.
Well,
If you took hush money, you need to shut the fuck up.
Wait,
That's the whole point of accepting the money. You made a deal.
There are 16 of them that have not taken
Right. But I'm
money.
saying, well, yeah, but they're
And
waiting in line.
They're still
Well,
vocalizing. They're still
Yeah. Well,
being
yeah.
interviewed.
Some could be true.
Hey,
some may not be
you know
true,
what? If I
yeah.
thought I had a chance of getting a little loot, I'd come forward too.
Yeah, Trump
I
got
don't
after
remember
me.
exactly, but fuck it. I need some.
I don't remember when it happened. Nah.
Come on, man.
Anyways, we're all Americans, and you know
You don't have to clean it up.
that thing's over with. And no, it is.
Well, that's
No,
over, but
look,
now it's the next chapter. What
You don't
does
have to
that
clean
really
up
mean for
anything.
what?
Say what
Let's
you
do it.
feel.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
Say what you feel.
Yeah, it's okay.
And you know what?
We
If
gotta
people,
wrap it up anyways.
yeah, if people are so fucking hurt by words and thin skin, then you know what? Fuck off, man.
Okay,
You know?
can you do that differently without name calling or
What?
the thin skin or
What?
snowflake, or can you do that? What you
I
just
said
did?
thin skin. Like if you can't fucking.
Well, I mean, so as a liberal and being accepting and open and everything. but
What
I'm
does
getting
thin skin
aggressive.
have to do with any of those?
Well, I mean, you got to have a thin skin. That means you got to be in acceptance of
I don't
it.
know.
I'm saying don't let everything fucking annoy you so much and be
Well, how you
so
gonna tell somebody
fucking
how to
Well,
live?
everything seems to
protected.
ruffles
Well, they're
everybody's
trying to tell us
feathers,
how to
man.
live.
That's
They're
why
trying to
I
say-
have so many people. Yeah, blah blah blah.
They're
I'm just
trying to
like,
say,
whatever.
oh, you need to accept everybody.
know what I'm
or
gonna
else
do?
You're a dick.
I'm gonna go eat. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go eat my cheeseburger. I'm gonna have a Coke. I'm gonna go shooting again. I'm gonna go freaking.
Yeah.
Life
I'm
is
gonna go
good.
take my Viagra and make love to the beautiful Trixie later on.
Because he needs
And she
the
is a
Viagra.
female. She actually is a female.
He needs the Viagra. He needs the
My
Viagra.
whole thing is this world is coming to a point where if you're not accepting of everybody, then you're the dick.
Yeah, then I'm the.
If
dick.
you're not tolerant, then you're the dick. Well, that's kind of
Well,
funny.
well-
Why can't you be tolerant of me and my views?
Well, here's the thing. You know what? According to the Bible, Jesus said, "He goes, He's going to do the judging." So I'm not going to judge you unless you're like doing something truly evil or something. I don't really care. Just whatever. God's going to judge all of us,
Right?
And we're all sinners, and you have to accept Him. And you don't have to, but we'll have to see what happens when you meet the Maker later on.
Right.
But anyways, this is an okay show. I think we went a little too far on one subject, but
No, but it needs to be talked about.
yeah,
man.
okay. But
Reality is what it is.
I'll leave it with this. Hey, Jennifer Garner is a free lady now. She's out of that marriage with Mr. Ben Affleck, so she is available. She wants everybody to know that. Okay.
She needs to put it out there
No, she don't.
because you think she's
She
hot.
was good looking in Alias.
Fuck no, she's terrible. Dude, if I was Ben Affleck and I had that fucking kind of pull in Hollywood, I definitely wouldn't have married her. Are you kidding? I mean, okay, maybe she has a nice personality.
That's not what it's.
She was great in Ghost and Girlfriend's Past. That's a good movie.
I'm telling you, hey,
And it's got a good Elvis
If I'm gonna
soundtrack.
settle, if I got that much loot, and I'm a movie star like Ben Affleck, and I can take my pickings.
He wasn't
George
quite.
Clooney
He was
or-
not quite there yet.
I'm not getting married for one. That's fucking retardation right
kids,
there.
man.
You and George Clooney.
Why would I get
Clooney
married?
up. You
Are
would
you
Clooney up.
fucking kidding?
You would Clooney up?
No, he's basically married. He's in
No,
lockdown.
Clooney is married.
Well, he wasn't for a long time.
For a long time. He was
No,
a
Yeah,
player-
he wasn't for a
player.
long time.
I would not. I would no.
What are we finishing with,
Hell
guys?
No. No, the point is, don't get married. And Jennifer's going to be
Get
single
married,
for a while.
Jennifer's gonna be single. So's Halle Berry.
I don't know.
so's-
I was
No,
just trying
Halle
to.
Berry, she's just
I
a
was-
fucking bad choice in people.
I
man.
was just trying to change the
Fuck.
subject,
How
man.
can you be that? How can you be that hot and marry that many turds?
Yeah.
Huh? Is that
Halle's
poor
a good-looking
judgment?
lady.
She's
She is a
fucking
good-looking
one of the
lady.
finest things on this earth.
Yeah.
But how can you be so fucking
She's,
terrible at making
she's
decisions?
one of the only reasons to watch Swordfish.
You know, good heart,
Well,
bad
Travolta was
head.
on there.
You have a good heart, bad head, but still have to pay all those baby daddies.
Dude, have you read some of the
Is
shit
she-
on Mel B?
Oh,
Mel B, what?
my gosh!
3 Ways with the super hot fucking nanny and shit. Belafonte's kid.
We're talking about Mel
Oh
Brooks.
my god.
Oh.
Mel B.
Who's Mel B?
Scary Spice.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Spice Girl.
What about her?
She's on America's Got Talent.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Oh my god. Some of the stories that are coming out now. She wrote a book.
So
And-
this is
and-
like Motley Crue kind of stories?
Oh my god. Yeah.
80s Motley
yeah.
Crue.
Yeah.
Yes, yes, sir.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey,
Three
real
sons,
quick,
aborted
real quick.
kids.
Trump was quoted using saying that the Democrats become unhinged and he used Omarosa's book title, just giving her a little nudge there. You know, unhinged. Trump tweeted and said that the liberals
There was something with them
that they
too.
were unhinged, but he used Omarosa's book title. I think she's going to try to get a couple dollars for
Hey,
unhinged.
remember the source.
The source.
Consider
You gotta
the
know where it come
source.
Yeah, exactly.
Omarosa, if you consider that to be a reliable source, she came from a fucking reality show. Yeah.
from. What's the reality, really?
Good luck with that. But hey,
living
just
in
put it out there
reality.
real quick. We were in talks with Wildwood about going back there and doing some shows, and then they wanted me to make an email describing our show, who we're gonna have.
Oh, God.
And so I told them,
Here we
You've
go.
already seen it.
suck a cock. I'm not filling out anything. You should be asking me to come back and do shows there. Your place is a fucking toilet of a restaurant.
Really?
Yes.
Because of the new ownership.
So and they tore everything out. Looks like shit. They have no employees hardly. Running it by a
Oh, they
fucking
did already
shoestring.
take everything
Yeah,
out? Oh,
yeah.
no. We don't
So
wanna go
I
back
walked
there.
in there last night. I looked around. I was like, get the fuck out of here. And you're fucking asking like, what's your what? You don't even have a fucking business, and you're gonna. So okay. So I'm looking for a new place. If anybody's got a place out there
For a new place.
that can seat 150 to 200 people, we will bring you a nice show. But let me put this out there: you have to have somewhat of a decent business.
Business
First.
structure.
First. Like your business has to be halfway decent before we're going to come in there. If you're struggling as a business, fucking lose our number. Don't call us because we're not going to build your business for you. We will add to what you already have. But if your place is a toilet, it's going to remain a toilet, whether we're there or not. So I'm done doing fucking pro bono work, paying for shows. I've seen these fucking people. I don't need to pay to see them a second time or third time or a 50th time. I'm done fucking putting money out there. If you guys want a good quality show, then let us know. We will come and do it there. Otherwise, fuck off. Wildwood fucking shithole.
On with the show, going on with the show.
Until next
Come on,
Wednesday.
baby. No.
The Pelon and Chubby
Not
Show
true.
coming to you every Wednesday, 6:30. We will check you out. You check us out. Watch the podcast when it comes out on whatever one you like. We prefer Podbean if you like. Check it out there. The sound on there is incredible. And Guy does some nice editing, some nice music before a little shaft, whatever. And it's fucking great, man.
Little
If you
shaft.
just like looking at us, like I know a couple of you fuckers do, then keep on watching on Facebook Live, even though it goes down sometimes. It sounds all right, whatever. Anyway, until next Wednesday, tell your friends, share the show. Help us out, spread us across the country. We will see you next week. See ya.
Hasta luego.
Good night, everybody.